I am the Red Cyclone! Ah!
I'm just kidding. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better Right Square podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans.
I feel like you jinxed this whole cast.
Listen. Big Papa Pump likes to circle my block. I don't
all
know
the
why.
time.
He might have heard me blasting that YouTube video of his math. Listen, the guy's crazy. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Clary Jenkins.
Hey, man.
AKA Commander Farrell, AKA your baby's daddy.
Always.
Daddy. I'm also here with Mike with the mic.
Yo.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing this week?
Good. A lot of stuff.
Fantastic. Okay. It's funny you should say about people who go all in on their stupidity and just don't take the time to think and just watch one of those YouTube videos of yet another person, and this time he's a hood boogie, being told, hey man, which weighs more? 100 pounds of bricks or 100 pounds of feathers? Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Of course it's the bricks, man. It's the bricks. Ain't no motherfucking 100-pound feather. You sure? Yeah, of course it's the bricks that weigh more, yeah, you know what I mean? What the fuck is we talking about? Listen, if I pick up this can and, you know what I mean, this brush, and, you know what I mean, and this little piece of paper, it's like a feather, it's like a little plastic film, and yeah, which one gonna hurt you if I hit you? But this paper, it didn't even make it to you. But if I threw this brush, it fucked you up.
Can you please send me the link?
He's trying to defend himself.
Please
in this horseshit.
Like, I will put that up in the show notes.
And then it's like the guy asked him again one time, you sure? 100 pound bricks weighs more than 100 pound of feathers. Man, ain't no feather gonna hurt. 100 pound of bricks was so it's like you're not even thinking. And it's like it's always the upsetting thing when they ask them again slowly. 100 pound of bricks. 100 pound of feathers. Weighs more.
Was there icing on the cake? Did he just pull out 100 pounds of like bricks and feathers?
No, but that would have been great.
And dropped them both. And dropped them both on his head.
It's like
it would have been a Looney Tune effect.
Like,
and he just turned into an accordion.
Walks away. Not in blackface though.
Yo, I'm about to say he did turn into one of them caricatures. the real skinny dude with the big hanging down and the big feet.
Big pink lips, overalls on all of a sudden.
Oh God! All right, listen.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to burn in hell, but
there you go.
It may be inevitable. Anyway, so this week we have the continuing series, The Verdict, and we're going to go into Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Ultron.
I murdered that. Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Word.
Not Voltron. Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
I want Voltron so bad it's stuck in my head. Dude, I want to see
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I might have to watch more.
Yeah. Read the manga, the Marvel Megaverse.
Okay.
Avengers.
Okay.
That's your Voltron right there.
Oh, all right. Listen, Age of Ultron. Yes, not V. Ultron.
Yes. But Voltron's good too.
He's a handsome boy.
It certainly is.
Yes.
I enjoyed this season very much.
But Ultron, the handsome robot, the handsomest robot.
Always.
Yeah, we got the verdict. We also got news through Nintendo and everything else in between. So
there was a Nintendo Direct this past week.
Yep.
Some stuff got announced. Some people were happy. Are you excited?
I'm happy for to see Smash Brothers on the Switch. If it's a new game or it's an HD remake, it goes to announce, and that's where people are going to complain about if it's not a new game.
I think so many people want Smash. They want Melee. That I think if they did that over, I think you would just hear the loudest collective nerdgasm in the entire universe.
But I don't think it will be another thing of Melee because the people that do Smash Brothers now is Namco. Namco helps make Smash Brothers. So I don't see that happening.
We're probably looking at a Smash 4, Smash 4 HD remaster or what have you.
Or just add it like a Ultra Edition with more characters.
I mean, listen, at the end of Smash 4's life cycle, they were still adding so many characters, and they all fit into that game beautifully. So, listen, they got an engine for it.
And also, there's more people actually playing the Switch now, so it'll be in more hands and all. And then the fact that you can take it to go, you can play multiplayer on the go and all that stuff.
This is true.
Could work for it. I'll be happy.
But it'd be Crystal. I'm just saying.
I'll be happy either way. I think the game was great either way. So I had them both. I had a 3DS and the Wii U one. And I enjoyed both games equally.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy it on the 3DS. Unfortunately, it was just the screen's just too small, and then the sprites are even smaller on the screen. I couldn't do it.
Did they try to do a different game on 3DS though? Did they try to put some of the adventure mode stuff in there or no?
No, it was actually very close to the Wii U one was a bit more powerful, so you had more stuff you could do in it.
Yeah, I know. I had experience with that one, but I never actually got to play the 3DS one. So
but the 3DS one,
turned it into something different.
They eliminated some things, but they also had things for it to reimburse it. So basically, they'll take out things, but put things in for here. You can have this for us and all that stuff. Okay. And you was able to play with your 3DS controller as well.
Because they know they fucked up. I'm just gonna put that out there. Anyway, so we'll get more into the Nintendo news, but I guess I want to start out with the verdict because that's fresh in my head.
Yes.
Even though I can't remember the name of the movie, but I did just see it very recently.
So Avengers: Age of Ultron.
It sounds like it. I'm just saying, it sounds like it. So close.
It is what number is it?
Dude, I want to say 7.
I think it's 8.
I was off by 1. All right.
I think it's 8. Yeah, because there's 5. So I think it's 9.
What? Don't do this to me. Don't.
Iron Man.
That wrong.
Wait, Iron Man.
There's been 3 Iron Mans in this span. There's been 2 Captain America, so that's 5. There's been 2 Thors, so that's 7.
Avengers and Incredible Hulk.
So that's the Hulk counts. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
So that's 9 exactly.
This would be the 9th. Yeah, this would be the 9th movie of the MCU. Mm-hmm. This was pretty much what I was describing it to you earlier. It's kind of like the Empire Strikes Back. It was kind of that middle thing that pretty much brought everything together and led towards what's everything's going on. It was a big catalyst to everything that was going on in all those movies together.
He's hollering if you hear him. It is very annoying. But I did see them. I did see all those movies, and I wanted to ask you a question. Is this the end of any of the phases, or is this like the middle?
No, this was kind of the middle. Well, I will say it was the end of phase 2 for the Avengers so far. Well, not really, because you have Ant-Man right after, and then you had Guardians.
What was this? Guardians was the end?
Guardians was the end.
Okay, so we have 2 more. All right.
So this was like kind of the middle of phase 2. This was pretty much like the ending. The climax of it was we saved everyone, but at what cost?
Yes. Okay.
And then if you notice with phase 2, all the movies kind of went more to a darker approach to everything. Mm-hmm. Like with Iron Man 3 was kind of a bit more darker than the other 2. Thor, same thing. Winter Soldier was more deeper than pretty much all of them. So I felt like this one was more in that sense. It had the same feelings. What fucked the movie over for me when I first watched it was the trailers. The trailers showed way too much, and it left no surprises whatsoever. So me going back into watching this, not seeing it for quite some time, I think I had a nice view of it and remembering, oh shit, that was the first appearance of Wakanda. That was the first appearance of Claw. That was the first appearance of Vibranium as a separate metal and not just Captain America's shield.
Yes. Also, it also brought in a lot of things that I still question now.
Yeah.
Having being fresh off of the other movies, you also see we made the connection earlier that the what is it? They said it was a shell. I don't know if that means it was a mortar shell or something like that. The shell had the word Stark on it, but you and I basically came up with the conclusion that those are some of the stolen weapons. Not stolen, well, the black market Tony Stark weapons that what was it, Jebediah?
Yeah, he was selling.
Was selling in the first movie.
Yeah.
So that loop closes itself around. We also have, this is finally the payoff for the Iron Legion.
Yeah.
Because it keeps coming up, like the Iron Legion is an important thing. Here's the Iron Legion because they turned into the Ultron's army.
Yeah. And they had to make a story on why this was kind of the beginning of what kind of Civil War led to.
Yeah.
Is the fact that Tony Stark kind of really was kind of ODing with wanting to use the power to make something instead of, because he had that vision and memory in the beginning of everyone dying.
He was under the spell.
Yeah.
Now, do you know if that spell, what did it do? Because it seemed like it was something that was on his mind anyway, because we remember, and wasn't it Iron Man 2 that he was reeling from being up in space?
3
that he was like feeling the effects, right?
Yeah, so basically that's why
it wasn't 2 when he was drunk.
No, it was 3
with the flashback. Oh no, you're right. It's in 3.
It was in 3 because 3 he was. That's when he was suffering with everything that was going on after Avengers. So this one was pretty much, he saw the vision of all them dying. They didn't show how they were dying or who was killing them, but they just showed that everyone was dying. So he kind of got very, like, I guess, panic mode in that sense. He was like, there has to be a way that could protect everyone with like that. So basically, they found the power source, which was in the Tesseract. They opened the Tesseract, which was actually line up being one of the gems.
It just turns out, I guess, Scarlet Witch made his vision absolute in his mind, because all he wanted to do was what he wanted to do.
Yeah. At
the cost of, as we see, everybody else's lives, basically.
Yeah, and the Avengers started to not trust him in that sense.
Yeah, he's technically, for all intents and purposes, he schemed with Banner to do it.
Yeah.
So, I have a question about the essence from the gem. Is that a person? Is that a character or something? Or is that something that it always had the power to do?
What?
When the gem, when the staff was creating they were decoding what they called AI.
Yeah.
Is that like a power to, like, it talks to you or something and takes over? It takes your essence.
Yeah, I guess it was because it was the mind gem that did it. So basically, I could see that being the how the mind gem worked.
Because it was just crazy how it interfaced with Jarvis. Like, it's for all intents and purposes, it's magic.
Yeah.
But as Jarvis was reading it, it came out as code. So that's just an interesting thing to see there, how they integrated that type of thing, where it's like, is technology basically magic, or is magic technology still technology we don't understand yet?
Yeah, that's the whole thing of magic. Everything is magic until everything's magic before it becomes science. You know what I mean? It's how the hell does this work? And then someone figures it out. Now it's science.
So I noticed that little gem they put in there, but I was just wondering, is that a thing that the gem has a history of doing in the comics? Is it taking your essence and like using it for its own will? Because it didn't seem to be good or bad.
Each gem had its own power. Each gem has its own source of power. So that's what the mind gem did. It pretty much took over your mind. It was pretty much like a Xavier gem. It could take over your mind. It could use your thoughts. It could fuck with your thoughts and all in that sense.
Did it have its own will? As in,
no,
only the strongest person could actually control it?
No, it was more the whoever had control of the gem.
Right. It was the wielder's will, not the will of the stone.
So then why is it turning evil? Why did it turn evil? Is the thing I don't understand.
Here's the thing with this. They were playing with a lot of concepts in that movie. With the sentient AI receiving, it becoming sentient wasn't necessarily because the stone influenced it to be evil. That's the big roll of the dice with artificial intelligence and why everyone's feared. And let's talk about real life for now, why they want to regulate, and why Elon Musk and all these big scientists want to make sure that AI is controlled and that it's not put into weapon systems, because when an AI is finally becomes sentient, right? This is the singularity. It's going to exponentially get smarter, faster and faster, to the point where they will be smarter than human beings very quickly. So when you have a creature that got something, an intelligence that's now smarter than any human being on the planet and has all the knowledge of the world, what decisions will that thing make? Will it see? And they played that into the movie. So let's jump back into the movie. The whole sequence of his birth, you hear James Spader's voice in the absence of everything going, what's going on? I'm usually realizing its existence and then going through the internet and seeing all of human history, the wars, the plagues, the desolace, the injustice, all of the things that we do to each other, and decided that's horrendous. This needs control. I can fix all of this. And the answer usually for what most science fiction writers go, the answer to that is get rid of people. People are the worst things to this planet.
Well, as it pertains to the movie, I wanted to say, why did it have Tony Stark's essence, but was because he's a hero, right? Because why would it take his essence and go evil?
Because he was the one. Because he was the one that was programming into Jarvis. Jarvis is his system,
right?
But Jarvis is good because it's not an AI, right? Jarvis is
an AI, but just not a self-aware. You get what I mean? It's not a full-on existence on of his own. Like, it doesn't have. Like, I believe Jarvis is smart enough, but I don't believe Jarvis has consciousness. He's just a really, really good AI to Tony Stark. You get what I mean?
No. But again, I'm trying to ask the question: why did it take Tony Stark's essence? Because you see throughout the movie that Ultron has Tony Stark's some of his thoughts and stuff inside of him because of the way he acts, because he doesn't ever act like a robot.
It was because the Tony Stark is the one that fucking created him. He was the one that
He birthed him essentially, right?
Yeah. So he created it.
So does that mean that Tony Stark is bad deep down inside it, in his deepest,
not necessarily
of his mind?
Because everybody has a choice.
Yeah.
Remember? So that's the thing right there. That's like, it's a hard thing to say, like, to dive down into, but everyone has a choice to make. Everyone has deep, dark thoughts and has things that make them not as perfect as other people might see in their eyes, but you have a choice. Tony fights with his demons, but inevitably for the greater good, he wants to do good. He wants to be a better person. He wants to protect people and his friends and things. So he makes a choice, even though sometimes he makes wrong choices that may affect people. Overall, he wants the good outcome. Mm-hmm. Ultron has that ability, but acts against it. His motivation. So here's a villain, right? His motivation, from his perspective, from his creation and his analysis of everything that he's seen, is, hey, get rid of everybody, right? Or get rid of the heroes, because heroes cause evil. The existence of a hero inherently creates the anti.
Well, to what he actually does say in the movie is that he did actually. One of the reasons I like Ultron is because he's a villain,
right? But
he's a villain, because there's a point where he literally stands there and goes, "Well, now I'm going to tell you my evil plan,"
right?
And he basically goes on, but it never seems like he's not. It doesn't ever seem like this is a thing that's foreign to, or rather, this was I could do A or B. This always seemed to be the plan from the get-go, and I see what you're saying. It always seemed like no matter what you did with Ultron was destined to be bad.
Evil. Gotcha.
But I'm just wondering why, because in the original story, he's not Iron Man's thought patterns.
No, it's Hank Pym.
Yeah. And Hank Pym is a totally different character because Hank Pym is kind of fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah. So
he was.
The reason why I don't know why they I wonder if they're playing on it to the end of this maybe is a major reason why we will have civil wars, because deep inside Tony's heart, he's not really all there, and I guess the events of this movie kind of like shakes that foundation. But it also just seems like, man, if that's what the essence you got from Tony Stark, that's kind of dark.
And the fucked up thing also is it's not only Stark, it's Banner as well.
Oh.
It's him and Banner that created it. So
No,
basically,
but you can hear and see because he calls them pops and all that. Like,
Yeah.
I love James Spader.
But like, yeah, it's like they make a clear line. I just wanted your guys' insight on that.
Yeah. I think he was a great villain in that sense. I liked his little cockiness into everything.
I think it made him better.
And I think his dialogue was fucking great as
Mm-hmm.
Ultron and shit. He just kept trying to update himself. He kept updating himself through the whole.
If I'm remembering correctly, when it came out, like now, be clear, I loved Ultron because again, I love James Spader. I like the actor, so I loved everything about that villain. But it's like it seems when a movie came out, I was reading a lot of things. A lot of people at the time were upset that he was more, again, kind of like Loki. He was more of a laid-back comic villain and less vicious, villainous, and dark that they were hoping for. And like, I like a more interesting villain. If the villain can be sassy and quirky and have these things, like I think it makes him infinitely more interesting than just I'm just dark, I'm just evil, and I'm mad all the time.
I feel that it worked in that sense because again, it was something off of Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They explained it.
It was fine.
I don't even understand any.
I remember there being adverse reception to it. You get what I mean? I remember hearing it, and I couldn't understand why. I was like, but why would you want that?
If you told me that the reason people were upset was because he wasn't true to the character, I would have no issue because that's just how this universe is rolling out.
Right.
You know, you'll sometimes find your favorite character not looking or acting the way
you want it.
You know, you're used to, and it's okay to feel that way. So that's one thing. But the way it acted being a problem, I don't know, because they clearly explain it. So I guess it's just a dislike for that type of behavior. Period.
I don't like.
Claw had that behavior too. Claw's in the movie, and he's fucking the same dude that he is in Black Panther.
Andy
Like,
Serkis is fantastic.
yeah, like,
and he lost his arm in that movie.
he lost his arm. You get to see it.
He lost his arm in Age of Ultron. Yes.
And also, you get the introduction of Wakanda, and actually
straight up, you get the mark and everything.
Yeah, the mark of a traitor, the mark of a thief.
The mark is
on his neck and everything like that. So it's actually
deep, but it's a little more harsh.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it's like it's asshole.
Yeah. No, I'm just quoting a line from somebody in the movie. That's all.
Yeah, but it's pretty. Like I liked the Ultron. I like his aesthetic. I like the way he looked. I thought they did a good job in his look and everything. James Spader was great. I actually liked the fact that he actually had Tony Stark's personality as the fucking villain, which makes sense because he's the one that created him. As in, if it was Hank Pym, then you would have had more of his style, his personality into the robot instead of
Michael Douglas.
Yeah,
this is also where we get Marvel's Quicksilver and not Fox's Quicksilver.
Yeah, Marvel's Quicksilver, which actually kind of brings in the whole.
This was the first movie post that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was Winter Soldier that did it in the end credit, and then this was the first movie they were introduced.
But yeah, like the full thing. Yeah. Okay.
So you had the dude that played Kick-Ass was Quicksilver, and then you had I think it's Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
She's Scarlet Witch. They kind of played it kind of like the Inhumans in a way, how they were created. Yes.
They went for an experiment, and then that feeds into the whole Jebediah thing we were talking about. And
Exactly.
They hate Stark because they blame him for the death of their parents and for them being stuck in a house for 2 days.
Yeah, underneath
the
rubble of dead bodies.
No, they're not even there. That wasn't it. They were stuck in a room. They were stuck in a room because it was undetonated shells.
Undetonated shells. Yeah,
3 feet from their face. Yeah, like
on it. Yeah,
it's fresh in the mind. So it's like, it paints a dark picture, but you also see is like it still wasn't Tony's fault. Still wasn't his fault. So that's misplaced, hatred. So
yeah, and it's Captain America that brings everyone together.
As it usually is, whether he dies or not. So thank goodness he didn't die for it this time.
Yeah.
Right. What a good character done. Chris Evans did a great job with that character.
Chris Evans is probably one of the best characters in that movie. Within the whole MCU is Captain America. They did a really good job in him being Captain America, and the whole personality and how he is, and how he treats everyone kind of equal, even if he doesn't know them.
Yes.
He treats them for the person that they are and what they could bring to a team, instead of I don't trust him because he could do this or that.
even the people he don't like get respect.
Yeah.
Get play. You know what I mean? He's just like, I don't care for you, but it's never adverse. He's never.
But that's that was Captain America in a nutshell. That's always been Captain America in the comic books. That's why Deadpool has such a respect for Captain America, is the fact that he was the only one that never treated him like a psycho.
Also, he is a stickler for language.
Yeah.
Because they keep that going in the beginning.
That's so good.
That was a joke.
Language.
Yeah, that was a good joke.
I just like how you brought it up again. Are we not going to address the Cap said language?
Yeah.
All right, and we're going to take a little break right here just to remind you to follow us on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Also on SoundCloud, we have this podcast, the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. We also have the Wrestling Babble podcast. That's hosted by Merc with the Mic, who's a frequent guest on my show. That should be on Merc with the Mic on SoundCloud. We post those on YouTube as well. So you can check the Merc with the Mic podcast out on his YouTube channel, which is also Merc with the Mic. And also you can catch the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast, as well as the various other playthroughs on the RedCycloneInc YouTube channel. Thank you. Like, again, this movie, watching it again, this movie is just right in line with all the rest of them. Just like great acting, great direction. You know, I don't know about the directing, but direction, like you could see everything has a purpose. It goes, it flows. There's never like, I was just, because I remember watching it in a movie and I kind of wasn't like you, Mark. I wasn't really feeling it as much as I was now.
Yeah, same
having
here.
all this knowledge of all those other movies fresh in my mind, I kind of liked it more than I did the first time.
Same here.
So.
And then I love the Veronica. I like the fucking big ass, the Hulkbuster suit, which also was.
Veronica, that's cool.
But one thing that you're gonna see later on is the full purpose of Veronica. Veronica was just not made to fight Hulk. It is made to contain Hulk.
Yeah,
as in the suit will go on Hulk and contain him.
Contain him, yes.
So in the movie, in probably in Infinity War, you're gonna see the Hulk suit actually contain him.
I got
Instead of just like fighting him and shit like that. But I thought it was really great, but I just was really mad that the trailer just showed everything.
Also, watching that whole fight scene again, it was longer but more fulfilling than I remember.
And hilarious when he did the Rock'em Sock'em punch to his face.
To his face? Fucking like that whole thing was awesome.
Like go to sleep.
He fucking said, "How fast can we buy this building?"
Yeah.
Like it just took him down the build. Like holy shit, there was some cool, like really really cool set piece moments in this movie.
Yeah,
I just don't remember because I didn't watch it, but. And
just like notes for DC and just DCU and everything like that. This was a whole CGI fight scene.
Yeah,
look how real it looked.
Yeah,
that didn't look like crap, right?
Yeah,
it didn't look like shit.
I had a little bit of an issue in the first scene because there was some stuff that looked a little. Because it's always the only thing that always drags me out of a CG is when you CG humans. Because they don't move right. But that Hulk versus Hulkbuster fight scene was awesome.
Yeah.
No. Because the good thing the CG does well are mechanical parts. It does fur. It does clothing well. It does scenery and backdrops and nature well. But yeah, people are really hard for CG to get right because skin textures and dealing with lighting and all that.
The whole thing that got me with the CG is that the same thing that fucked me up with Black Panther. It's 2 men in suits, but they're human and they're moving in unnatural ways that even superhuman strength and or speed
doesn't make sense for, right?
So you see some of that in the beginning with the dudes that they're fighting, but like other than that, it's not a real issue.
Yeah, I really dug that. The final fight scene, I actually dug the whole thing of them trying to save the whole country.
Yeah,
Hawkeye was actually a really good character in this. He was like the callus of what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did and their background because they saw part of his life. They went to his house and shit like that, saw his personal life and things like that, and so since then they actually see what he actually does outside of there and what he comes home to, and that's why he fights, and that's why he fights every day.
That's why I like to call this movie Age of Hawkeye.
Age of Hawkeye. This was a good. I liked the people that cast his family.
Jeremy Renner getting his due.
Yeah, you saw the beginning of a little Katie Bishop.
Well, that was a little girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Katie Bishop.
So in this universe, it's his daughter, not.
Yeah.
All right.
But I like the way they did everything with Hawkeye. I think he was a standout in this movie instead of being just a background character. And like when we talked about the first Avenger movie, he was just there.
Well, and see, I think my second take on that was at least he served a purpose.
Yeah.
In the first movie, he was a background character, but he also served a pretty good purpose. In the first movie.
So this one was more. He was a big part of the team, and he was the one that kind of show the humanized feature what they do outside after everything. I
was just gonna say, add to what you're saying, like he just showed why humans.
Yeah.
Why humans? Why are superhero teams not all just gods and stuff? Because humans have different feelings and different things. They add different stuff that a godlike person just can't offer.
Yeah.
So
I'll say one thing that kind of I didn't really care for, but it has its reasoning, was the whole Black Widow Hulk thing.
Yeah, but like you said, the reason it had its reason, it also had its backstory. It also wasn't out of nowhere, so it didn't blindside you.
Yeah, exactly. But it was just like, all right.
Yeah.
But what's funny, and going into future wise like that, if you remember in the last Thor movie, Thor used all her words to him to try to calm him down.
Gotcha.
They hit the guy. The sun is setting.
Gotcha.
He said the whole words and acting like he was very sensitive to it, which was funny, and you will see down in Ragnarok. So I guess that was like his protocol of him calming down. Was, I think everyone knew that those words to say.
Gotcha. Does he stroke his hand too?
Yeah, he touches his hand. Well, he tries to, and then he gets punched in the face.
Oh, that's funny.
It's a lot in that movie, and there's a lot to like. Like, I really love James Fraser. I liked a lot of one-liners. The whole monologue of his appearance.
Yeah.
The whole "there's no strings on me" situation. I liked that part of the trailer. I liked just all that. It was a very interesting way to go about those things. A lot of themes.
If you watch it with the captions on, you can see at the end of that scene, when they play the voice at proper speed, you see Pinocchio.
Yeah.
You see the captions will say Pinocchio is the one talking, so you'll hear when you hear the Pinocchio line, they actually say it for you. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't catch that unless you watch it with captions.
And it also plays the song. It also plays the song. I have no strings.
Yeah. But it plays at a different speed. Yeah. So if you're not familiar, you'd be like, "What?" But like,
I liked that whole concept that they actually used from Disney, was the whole Pinocchio thing, describing him, because that's pretty much what Ultron is.
I want to be a real boy.
What else? There was another standout thing. The end credits. There's only one.
Yes, this is true.
And pretty much they should play. I felt like they should have played Mark Henry's theme song when he took the glove.
Oh snap! That's funny. Which one? The wall or which one?
No, the somebody's gonna get their ass kicked.
Somebody's gonna get their ass kicked. Somebody's gonna.
That's all I saw in that thing. It's like,
probably one of the best stingers in the entire series.
Yeah,
all of the movies. It is, because it was been building up so much. It's like you had only had that one shot of him before they recast him in the previous move. So it's like, what's going on? And then you just see that and just like, I
guess I gotta do things myself.
Yeah,
exactly.
Every time I see Thanos, I feel like the Mark Henry song should play.
Also, he's a liar, because how many movies have passed since that scene? He hasn't done it himself. Liar. Because then the Guardians, we get the other guy.
Yeah,
to do with the Space Stone. So like, no, you didn't do it.
But then again, timeline with Guardians is during the same time as. Yeah, so the timelines are all kind of close together after this.
You're right.
Yeah, so it fixes it in that sense. But again, Age of Ultron, I think I enjoyed it a lot more the second time I watched it.
I agree.
Just the fact that, again, I forgot about the trailers, I forgot about the movie, I forgot about a lot of these scenes. So me sitting down to really watch the movie, I really enjoyed it. I saw what it was. It was a big catalyst of just bringing everything together for the next phase. They brought everything together that went into phase 3.
They're very good at this.
And
they know what they're doing. Even back then, and DC still didn't catch on. I don't get it.
Yeah, it goes to show just the fact that they know what they're doing. They have a story they want to tell, and they're telling it direct.
It's like you know what DC and Marvel with these movies is starting to remind me of. It's reminding me of almost when WCW, the NWO took over, and then there was that short period where WWE, who was the bigger, more popular company, was just started doing like really bad stuff to emulate, and it just wasn't as good. Like that's what it reminds me of. It's like, damn, dog, you can't just steal. You have to innovate.
Yeah. So again, watch Age of Ultron. It was a great movie. I did it through that Disney Club thing, so I actually got the copy of it. I actually finished the whole MCU with that Disney Club thing because I have friends that signed up, so I got like 8 movies for free.
Nice.
So it was pretty cool. The next one would be the 10th movie of the MCU, which is Ant-Man.
Oh, I saw that super recently, so that's fresh in my head too.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to see that one too. I actually really like Ant-Man. It's Ant-Man, then Guardians, and that's the end of phase 2.
Okay. All right.
So we're going into
also. There was an interview recently. I forgot the publication that it was. I put the link up. It's on the RedCycloneInc Twitter. There was an interview with, I think what's his name, Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
About just the plans post Infinity War, or how things are going to shape up in Marvel. So it looks like this is not the end. So that's a good thing.
It's not. They announced 5 more movies within 2021 and 22.
What do you mean for Marvel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're still waiting for Captain Marvel.
Well, that's not even including those.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because Captain Marvel is 2020.
Right, because that was already on the timeline, right?
Yeah. So I see a Black Panther getting a sequel, so that will be one of them.
Is Winter Soldier slated to have his own movie or no?
We gotta see. There's a big chance of Black Widow finally getting her own movie as well.
Yeah, I mean, also I wanted to say this is egregious. That Red Sparrow movie?
Yeah.
They literally stole the flashbacks from fucking Scarlet Witch. Not Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
The lady's name. The lady. Oh my god.
Johansson.
From Black Widow's flashbacks.
Yeah.
It's the same movie.
It is. That's the Black Widow character. That's always been the Black. The funny shit is that's always been the Black Widow character.
Yeah.
I've been up in arms about that Black Sparrow movie forever. One, I'm not a fan of Jennifer Lawrence. 2, I'm like, I've already seen this movie. I've seen Salt and I've seen Atomic Blonde with 2 better actresses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm like, it got terrible reviews anyway.
I'm like, I don't believe you. And it's like, it's that kind of thing. Whereas, give credit where credit's due. She can act, but whatever. It's like, I look at her and I don't believe you're that character. I looked at the trailer. You're not that character. You're not even embodying that character for me. Like, I just don't see you as this. And like I said, I've seen this movie and I think I've probably seen it better already. Like I said, I've seen Soul. I think Atomic Blonde was fantastic. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and I agree as well. It's like, the Black Widow movie they're just not putting her in it. Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty much Black Widow's origin. They kind of gave you a sense of his origin. The whole thing with the Captain America and the Last Dance kind of made me sad too.
Yeah.
Like, poor guy.
Yeah, everybody's dead.
Yeah. I like that. That's a character that like you could feel like that he like his whole life like all died.
He's a man at a time. That kind of feeds into why it was cool. They had that the Stan Lee cameo because they had all the vets there. He invited all his old war buddies. They all old dudes drinking. That shit was cool. That was cool.
Thor got them all drunk with God's neck.
Yes. Excelsior.
That was actually a really funny scene.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I liked about the scene was Captain America was carrying the hammer.
Oh yeah, lifting the hammer. Do we know if he put it down? Because in the comics we know he can lift it.
No, he put it down.
like on purpose, right? He
I
didn't,
felt like he knew he was gonna carry it, and he dropped it just to be honest.
because it's like
Right.
there's never been
Like,
anything to say he can't.
That's how good of a person he is. I'm not gonna show up Thor. He believes he's the only one who can handle it. We're gonna leave it that way.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was one of the known people that actually had the will to carry the hammer.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
But,
Also, that was kind of cool with Iron Man and War Machine.
Worthy.
Or Iron Man and War Machine just
With the
fucking
suits,
double teaming. Like, come on, represent.
yeah, that was really cool. And then his whole story with the tank,
His story.
and everyone just looking at him
Drop
like, you
it
know
on.
what? Yeah.
He's like, come on, man, that's a War Machine story. It always does good. Where's the War Machine movie, dog? Come on.
That's
Or-
another one.
A short, at least a short. Come on.
Like a little side thing. It'd be dope.
Yeah.
Like
I want to
those
see. Go ahead.
No, those 5 movies I know could be another. I know Spider-Man's the Homecoming too, or the next Spider-Man is gonna be with Disney as well. It's gonna be a mix of Disney and Sony.
I mean, it's nothing but money for Sony, so why not? Like, why renege on that? Why even attempt to disseminate that? It's like it's only going to do better for them.
Yeah,
I know what. I hope Venom does well.
I hope it's good. I really do.
I hope it does well because number one, the Venom deserves a good movie, but number two, since it's being folded in, like I hope this doesn't like sour people on the character.
Yeah, you know what? That's the thing is I'm very like skeptical with this movie because again, I like Venom. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so that thing. If I see a spider on his suit and there's no talks of what Peter Parker or anything happening to do
Well,
with
they said he's connected. They said
no, they said it doesn't mean he is until actually seeing the movie that is connected. No,
that, true that.
It's like who would
that.
be Venom? Who would be? Because I don't know enough about the character, and you two do. Who would be his villain in this movie?
It's Carnage.
It will be Carnage. Oh,
It's gonna be Carnage. It's gonna be
Okay.
Woody Harrelson playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I'm super interested.
That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm very happy with it because Woody Harrelson is playing Cletus Cassidy. But I'm very skeptical with it because I want to see where they're going with the story. They're using the Lethal Protector storyline, which is Carnage was the main villain as it. But the thing is with Venom and Venom thing is that it has to show a connection with Spider-Man in order to have the spider on the suit. If it doesn't have the spider, if it has a spider in the suit and it has no connection with Spider-Man, it's gonna piss me off.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because the only reason why it has a spider.
What symbol would they use?
Well,
If not the spider.
But the only reason it has a spider suit is because it's Spider-Man.
No, I understand.
That's what I'm saying. But would it be an all black
It'll be all black
symbiote suit?
No, it'll be all black symbiote.
Because you would know, because you have the knowledge. Like, has Venom ever had or has any of the symbiotes that were popular besides like Carnage? Because he has that weird design. Like, nobody else really had.
No one had a spider.
They all had. But like even the second one, the one with the I'm forgetting
Thompson.
his name. Yes, Flash Thompson. Even he had a spider design, right?
But he was the same symbiote.
Gotcha. Yes, they're all
Everyone
the
that
same.
carried the Venom symbiote had the spider because of Spider-Man.
Max Gargan. Yeah, you're right.
So let me just back it up real quick. So to get me and get my education on the character a little bit more as well. So when you say has to be Spider-Man, the only reason symbiote ever has that spider is because he melded with Spider-Man, right? That's
and
he had
with the
been
suit.
on him. Gotcha. Okay. And then from then on, the symbiote carried that, the spider logo because it had took part of Spider-Man's suit. So I get what you mean by that.
Gotcha. Okay. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed there'll be that nice cameo that just goes, oh, the symbiote's on me, get it on me.
I feel we as competent people know that these are good actors, so the movie probably won't be poop. It's just this is a Marvel movie. How much Marvel will be in it?
Right.
Yeah. I really hope they do good. They are planning a Black Cat and Silver Sable movie as well, so it's like okay.
So those two together, or you mean separate?
They're gonna have like a team, like a girl team up movie with Black Cat and Silver Sable next year.
That's
so
cool.
that would mean Kingpin, though, right? Because Kingpin is Silver Sable's like main villain, right?
Yeah, but she had a lot of Spider-Man villains as well, so they could bat anyone, pretty much anybody, and be fine.
I like the Marvel television, the Netflix Kingpin. I can see them dragging him out.
I would love to see him as Kingpin.
Yeah, D'Onofrio was awesome as Kingpin.
Yes, he was. Like, I could see him dragging him out to the movie. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Also, since we were talking about Marvel, Jessica Jones just dropped this past week, right?
Yeah.
This weekend. This past week, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It came out like in the week.
I think it was like Thursday or Friday.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing with Spider-Man. Mark Hamill is on the cast of the next Spider-Man movie.
They confirm who he's gonna be.
Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm actually really fine with that.
No,
Dr. Otto
listen, I would
Octavius.
never tell Mark Hamill no.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dr. Otto.
I'm actually
down for it.
Spider-Man 2 is going to be really interesting.
Yes.
Because after Homecoming, you had Scorpion, you had Rhino,
You got Miles Morales.
Miles Morales.
Question.
Well, Miles Morales, I don't think they're going to introduce because the CGI movie.
You think he's
I
going
have
to
a
get his own
question.
movie as well?
He's CGI movies.
No,
Miles
but besides CGI.
No.
Okay.
Um,
You're no.
no, but I have a question. So they are completely dropping any and all, anything to do with Sony stuff, right? Or no?
No,
They
they
still have like one more movie that it's been announced that they're going to be another Sony Spider-Man movie, right?
Spidey, the CGI Spider-Man.
No, not that. Just a straight up. They still have the rights to make movies.
Yeah.
The partnership wasn't like we give it back. There's still going to be Sony Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So what the hell's that going to be like?
Well, part 2 is going to be with this Marvel, and it's going to be the same director. It's going to be the same way they did Homecoming. There's going to be Disney and Sony teaming up on the movie.
No, but they're not going to tell any different tales with different people playing Spider-Man.
No, it's going to be Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
All right, okay.
And then you have the CGI Spider-Man, which is going to be Miles Morales' movie.
Okay, because I was just going to say, for as good as Homecoming and this new take on Spider-Man is, I wouldn't mind if they called the movies either Spectacular or Amazing, or they gave it the names.
I wouldn't mind
They made it a slightly different person. You know how they change the stories just a little bit. They don't ever fuck with the origin, and they don't ever fuck with the cast. The human beings. There's always a Jay Jonah. There's always a Robbie Robertson, Grant, and all that stuff. But like, I wouldn't mind if they did it that way.
I think it's
different Spider-Man.
I think it's too much of a big thing right now with the whole MCU thing that they're not going to fuck around like that. Because that could really be a bad thing and a good thing.
I get it. Because human beings get confused easy. I get it.
Yeah, and then that's the reason why they have the CGI Spider-Man with Miles Morales, and that's called Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, all right.
So that could introduce a lot of different characters, and you can do a
Spider-Gwen.
and keep it. And then you just have Tom Holland as Peter Parker, and that's part of the big picture of MCU and everything.
Okay, all right.
And they have Easter eggs of Miles Morales. They had Easter eggs of a lot of different characters in that movie. So there's a lot of things they could do. They can tell through that thing. As long as Sony and Disney play well together, we're gonna have some great Spider-Man movies.
All right. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
Whereas Miles Morales goes to Wakanda.
right.
I mean, listen.
just
They said that's where he got his
messing
tech from.
I'm just messing around.
yeah. So
what is his nationality like? Is he
Like Hispanic, Black,
he's black
Hispanic,
and- he's black and Hispanic.
But what Hispanic is he? Is he
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Yeah,
okay.
he's half a banana, just like my wife.
Yep.
Gotta stop
Yeah.
saying that.
That's not a banana. Wait a second.
That's a Goya bean.
Oh, all right. You're right.
Banana is Dominican.
No, that's
okay.
a plantain. Banana is like
Exactly.
a banana is like something else. It's not like Panamanian or some shit. Like
Yeah.
all those bananas.
Yeah, he has a plantain. Puerto Rico's a Goya bean.
Okay. All right.
Or half Bustelo or something like that.
Bustelo.
I got you.
But yeah. What else? Like Jessica Jones started. We did talk about that.
I got to see the first episode.
I
I'm
haven't watched.
happy
it
to
yet.
report that if you're a fan of the others, the previous, season 1, you'll be happy to jump right on board with this one. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's engaging, and it's like some of those Marvel shows have the propensity to be good for the first 15 minutes, and then you go and then it's good at the end, because remember, they're like 45 to an hour.
Right.
So when if they lose you for 15, you're kind of not invested for the other 15 that comes after.
Yeah.
So,
Understood.
from what I've seen, like so far, yeah, Jessica Jones is still on point.
Okay, cool.
It's not an Iron Fist. Wow.
One thing before we go, we got to go into what Nintendo announced.
Mhm.
Today is International Mario Brothers Day.
For
Is
real,
it?
for real.
Yeah, this is the date that Super Mario Brothers 1 came out for Nintendo.
Nice. So that's 1980 what? Because
80.
One.
the system was 86 or 87, right? But the game
83.
itself is older than that.
Game is 83.
83.
83. Okay. Cool.
34
So
years.
I'm the same age. Yeah, I'm the same age. as you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
High five.
So going into that, Nintendo had their Nintendo Direct. Smash Brothers was announced. A
Mm-hmm.
bunch of other games was announced. The Switch is doing really good.
Thankfully, they had a bad system last time. They turned it around, and happy to see things are going good. So, my question to you guys is: Did you see anything that you are interested in from this Nintendo Direct or no?
Smash Brothers.
Okay. Well, again, did they say they didn't exactly specify which, right?
No, but I think it will be a November release for Smash Brothers.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna be right like a holiday season. I think that would be the holiday season game.
Okay. And Commander, you said you saw something about the Squid Girls.
Yeah, the Squid Girl and Squid Boy are going to be in the Smash because they're how the trailer was introduced. Is them chasing each other, squirting it up, having
Mhm.
fun, and then all of a sudden it darkens out, and you see the Squid Girl look up and turn around. And it's just a big burning Smash logo behind her. And you see Mario silhouetted, but you don't know what Mario. And you see Link, so you're thinking it's going to be Breath of the Wild Link. It's going to be Mario Odyssey Mario in it with the
Yeah.
cap.
So
No, you know what? It was not. You know what? That kind
wasn't confirmed,
No, it wasn't a Mario Odyssey Mario because you would have saw the eyes.
But they silhouetted it on purpose. Like you only
Yeah.
kind of saw the top of his head and his nose glowing.
Yeah, you just saw Mario's face, and then you see
So-
the current look of Zelda's face.
So if both of you are correct, it most likely will be a continuation of 4. Just like we said, with more characters. But I think because the guy, I forgot his name. I used to know his name by heart, but like the original director,
Yeah.
I believe he said after 4 he was done.
So this just might be a port because
Yeah.
Or like you said, it might be a Namco thing taking over, which I don't know how that'll fare. But
No, Namco took it over since.
Oh no, but they weren't the head. They were the ones who lended the muscle to develop it because
Yeah.
they still had the actual lead director. Now, if he steps down, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah. If it's a HD, I think it's just gonna be a fully enhanced one with a lot more characters. I'm fine with that. But I will like a new game.
Either one for me. It's perfect.
Yeah.
More Smash is good.
Yeah, so that's a big good one. Yoshi has a game coming out.
What is it this time? What's he made out of this time?
It's still
Right.
that yarn. It's still that yarn style.
Okay. See, there you go. He's still young.
Coming back up. I actually really like that game. It was actually quite difficult though.
Mm-hmm. That's
Like,
what I
it's
figured.
really
The aesthetic didn't mean they toned it down. So yeah.
They were like, we're gonna rape you.
And then tie you up with this pretty yarn.
They did announce Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze coming.
And now it's the Wii U game?
Yeah,
or was that on
Wii U.
GameCube?
That was on the GameCube, and then it went on the Wii U.
I'm sorry, no, I didn't mean to say GameCube. I meant to say Wii because I think it's not that old.
It was on the Wii, yeah. It was
Yeah.
on the Wii. It was a really good game. Again, another game that makes you angry as fuck.
Yeah, I do remember that being like super hard.
Yes,
Like
I
that,
like.
that was the reports on that.
But the
game.
way Donkey Kong does it, they'll let you pass the first 6 stages. You're getting like mad lives. You'll have like 99 lives by the time you hit the 6th stage.
Mhm.
That's when they fucking destroy you. All those 99 lives are gonna go bye. Especially
Gone.
even them barrel the train.
The train,
stages.
the train minecart stage.
Oh.
Yes, I saw those were notorious. There's like rage compilations online of that shit.
Oh my
Funny.
god! I almost broke my Wii because of that game. That game pissed me off. You have Dark Souls, which they actually announced a Mobi for Dark Souls.
I did see the what's his name? Solaire.
Yeah,
Praise the sun. Yes.
there's
I will be
talks.
buying.
Yeah, there's talks of Devil May Cry HD coming to the Switch as well.
I mean, listen, why not? I saw that they were gonna bring it back to the current consoles. I'm like, there's no reason. those games are mad old.
Okami HD got announced for Switch.
Yes. Has coming to Switch. They keep remaking that game. People are gonna keep buying it.
As I just said, again, that game is mad old. There's no reason not to. You know what I mean? It's good, and it's just please, just put it on there, please.
My big one is Splatoon 2 is getting a giant expansion this year, which is fantastic. It'll be the first paid DLC. It'll be about $20, but they're getting a whole new story mode with about 80 something levels. You get to play. It's called the Octo expansion. You get to play as Agent 8, which is an Octoling. Which is the first time you'll be able to play for the Octoling. Yeah, the story mode you can always play by yourself. And then,
no. I mean, does it seem like it's more the entire thing is it geared towards single player stuff, or is it very?
No, because there's going to be also a big patch 3.0 that's going to come out. And it's going to be tons more weapons, tons more skins. You'll actually be able to play with that Octoling, which will be the first time ever to play with an Octoling in the game. So big stuff for that. You know, I'm a Splatoon fan and I love it. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The Switch is getting Luigi's Mansion.
Yes. Oh, I thought that was just the 3DS version, but no, it's coming to Switch too, right?
Yeah, it's coming to Switch as well. Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker is coming to the Switch.
Switch and 3DS, yeah, from the Wii U.
South Park, The Fractured Bubble.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. I was surprised. Wow. Okay.
No, they want them third parties. Give them to me.
Mario, Luigi, Bowser Inside Stories coming for that 3DS and the Switch as well.
Nice. Okay. Good.
What else announced? The Mario Tennis game looks fucking dope.
Yes. Yes. Mario Tennis.
Brand new
for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a release date. It's June 22nd.
Yeah.
All right. Just so y'all know, probably the most slept on series on any Nintendo platform is always the Mario Sports series. Like typically they're always good.
I loved golf, and I hate golf. I love their golf. I love Mario Golf. I love Mario Tennis. I buy those games all the time. I did like Strikers a lot. Strikers was surprisingly really good. Yeah, I'm all for the Mario Sport games. No More Heroes. Travel Strikes Again is another one that got announced.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot and Insane Trilogy is coming to the Switch.
Wait. The No More Heroes, is that them bundling the two games together, or is it
a brand new game?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Grasshoppers making a new No More Heroes. Awesome.
You know what? Undertale's coming to the Switch as well, and I just might for the Switch. I didn't get to play it on console, and I didn't play it on PC. But it's like I've watched most of it.
What is it's an RPG, action RPG? What's it?
Yeah, it's not an action RPG. It's an RPG. It's a very interesting RPG. Just really old, it's by 8-bit sprites.
Mm-hmm.
And you follow this character, this little girl. I'm not even sure if she's a girl or a boy. The character, they keep it nebulous like that, and essentially you progress through this world, trying to get to your way out. But your decisions, there's like 3 paths. There's neutral path. There's passive path, and then there's the evil path where you can get through the entire game without destroying any of the monsters in it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Or you get through the game with killing them all and becoming a monster, or a nice balance between the two to get the ending you want.
You can talk your way out of stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and then the little mini games for interaction with the battles with the characters are very interesting. They vary and they're different, so it's really cool.
Yeah, that was the one thing that always piqued my interest, was that they give you the option, and then unlike most games, they don't pull it away from you. They don't go, hey man, you can talk to this guy, but you know what? Not this boss. No, you could basically talk to like every enemy.
Correct.
I'm actually looking forward to what the Switch is coming out with. I actually will probably get Dark Souls for the Switch because I know I will play it.
And I can finally play Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors.
Nice. I didn't know it was getting an update. Awesome.
Will be released May 18th. Oh shit, that's close soon, huh?
Yeah.
They said it's gonna come with all the DLC, right? Like out of the box, or are they planning any more? Because that game did have some DLC.
It's gonna have everything.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
A lot of people were disappointed there was no Metroid announcements whatsoever. But then again, you have E3 in a couple months, so you're gonna probably get more stuff out of Nintendo from there. They did go to more the Nintendo Labo thing.
Okay.
I probably personally won't get it, but like Jenkins has kids.
I will get it. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I've already been asked.
Is it outrageously priced because we know it is just cardboard?
Well, it's like $70, but the thing that people are always trying to remind you is like, yeah, it's cardboard, it's $70, but it also comes with the software.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I
So,
mean,
I
like,
guess you try
can't
to-
you? Isn't there some type of thing where you can, after you buy the initial thing, that you can buy more pieces for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be different Labo kits.
Yes.
So yeah,
Are they priced reasonably, or are they something
I
else?
don't know that. I think they're all priced around the same, but I guess it depends on the complexity. I don't know if each kit comes with its own software bundle, or is there just one general Nintendo Labo bundle, and then all the ones you buy separately. I don't know. I have to. I don't know
There's separate bundles
Okay.
depending on what you want, because they have like a fishing bundle, they have a robot bundle. They're gonna have like different. They're gonna take all your money.
Gotcha.
They
No,
gonna
I'm just saying. It seems
My
like
money.
this is another way to
Take all
bring
your
that,
money.
that physical. Well, yes, but also bring that physical thing that the amiibos brought, where it's like, oh, this is something
It's
physical
tangible. Yeah.
that interacts
Yeah.
with the game also. So
And the crazy thing about the amiibos is that they sell really well
yes,
compared to Skylanders kind of fell off.
and that's their own fault.
And then Disney had a good thing going.
And
It's
then
just
they said
that
it wasn't making
They
enough
gave
money.
up. Yeah.
Yep, they really quit really hard.
Yeah, Skylanders, I feel bad because they were trying, but like that's their own fault. They didn't push the best characters. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Well, they didn't push the best characters, and they also just they made the same game
I mean,
over and over and over
I-
and over. And over.
Yeah, they didn't evolve it. Yes.
But I was about
Yeah.
to say, like, isn't it that that's not to feel bad for them? Didn't they were the only name of the game for a while before the rest came along. For a
You know
good
what's
while.
funny? You know what's
Yes.
funny? I'll
So,
put
like,
this. All right.
Go ahead,
you
I'm
know
I
sorry.
want to say it was
No.
Disney and them first.
No, Disney wasn't. It was.
No, I
it was
mean, the
Skylanders.
one, what was it? No, it was saying it was Skylanders first, but like Disney was right after them with their. I forgot what it was called though.
Infinity.
And yeah, Infinity was like,
It was that and Lego. They
That's
did
it.
the.
Disney
Yeah.
Infinity and then
Yeah.
Lego Infinite.
yeah. So
So this funny thing is with Skylanders, when they first came out, I was working at GameStop when it first came out,
okay.
and at times we actually had to sell them in discount prices because they weren't selling for a while.
Really? What?
They weren't hot when it first came out. They got hot during Christmas.
Wasn't it like? But didn't they have another game in short succession, like another actual game? Because
No,
no.
they had one game for a while, and then they made the sequel because that's when they started getting really popular.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the original one didn't do that well, and then it started picking up. It picked up steam. I think it was a big holiday thing, and so it started picking up, and it started getting a lot of sales, and that's
Do
when
you-
we could carry any of them.
Do you remember if the first series and game had Spyro in it or no?
Yeah, Spyro is
Yeah.
Spyro's game. But you know what's funny is the fact that his name was on the title at first.
I got you. Also,
Yeah.
that's coming out soon too. There's gonna be a remake of Spyro
HD remake,
and Medieval. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not even a port. Like they're remaking Spyro and remaking Medieval.
You know, I never played Spyro game, so I'm not looking forward to it.
It was
I've
a
played
simple game.
Spyro.
It was
Yeah.
a simple. I played the first one. It was simple. It was fun, but it was simple.
I like platformers, so I most likely will play it. I like a good platformer.
A
Was
lot
that
of
Ape,
announcements,
was that Ape Escape
Yeah.
dog?
right?
Ape Escape remaster. That's what I want. Like not no new one. Don't be me too.
You know, the only
too
Ape Escape
nuts.
game I've ever played
I want the first one.
was the little what's the little side game with the
Snake
balls?
versus Monkey. Oh, I'm about to say.
No,
Oh,
with the
Monkey
little
Ball.
Monkey Ball.
No, that's different. That's
That's a
Sega.
different game? Oh,
That's
never
Sega.
mind.
Sega, yeah.
Okay, different thing then. Sorry.
I played it. I played it part of Metagear. That was the only time.
Yeah, Ape Escape is Konami / PlayStation. I think
Gotcha.
they're like the first game was Sony put it out, and then I think it was really like a Konami joint, and they did it on their own afterwards. But like, yeah, they're stuck with Snake.
Yep.
They're stuck with Snake.
So, other news: the Division 2 was announced to be announced.
Okay.
So the Division 2 will just say, "Hey, it's a thing. We'll tell you
Mhm.
about it at E3."
All right.
So,
Well, hopefully no more misleading trailers. Hopefully,
Right. Well, the trailer they showed looked very much like regular ass Division gameplay, and I was like, and what I said to myself, that's fine.
okay.
That's fine. I said that straight to my. That's fine. That's completely fine. Don't show me the nonsense. I'm exactly with you on. Don't show me this super high res, graphically CGI trailer, and then call it gameplay
'Cause
footage.
I was on board when they put out the beta, I was like in there playing that game, and I was feeling it, and then it wasn't what they were advertising.
No, and they put out a lot of information saying that they've been listening to the people, and so hopefully Division 2 is what we wanted. Maybe it'll be what they promised. Maybe it's what I mean. We'll see. Right now, is all we know is that we'll see more about it on
E3.
E3. Yeah, so
Gotcha. Cool.
Excited to hear that.
Awesome.
I like the Division a lot.
Yes, yeah, me too. For me, it had tons of promise.
Being a New York fan, I'm like, it was just gorgeous. It was still good looking for what it was. It just wasn't as it should be,
Yeah. Again, I know that the number one issue was, hey man, this ain't the same game.
This ain't the same game.
I fell off of the game really fast.
Gotcha.
Understood.
Yeah.
So what else? Anything else coming up?
Well, no, we did talk about the Far Cry 5 thing. We kind of talked about it, but not on the cast.
Oh yeah, the DLC.
That
does
trailer
look
for
fun
the
as shit, dude.
Far Cry 5 arcade, man, and it's like it's going to get super support. Like every Friday, they're going to be dropping, community and made all the time. People can make their own levels and drop and post it, but then the actual team will be dropping every Friday their own. Hey, come in here into the sandbox and go nuts. It's like the things you're able to do. It's like you can make the city desolate and then half flood it, so you got this dystopian
you can mix pieces of different worlds and architecture. Yeah.
I'm like, but they did announce the games they were pulling from, and they did not say Blood Dragon, which was interesting. You know what I mean? Consider it's already theirs, but maybe that doesn't mean anything. Maybe they didn't have to announce it because like anything that's under Far Cry could possibly be in it.
Because it's a part of Far Cry 3, so it could,
Right. So,
but they did announce the DLC is being made by the people that did Blood Dragon.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
What? Jesus! All right.
Watch the trailer of the DLC. This is fucking hilarious. It's made by the people that did Blood Dragon.
Did they do that separate from the main trailer?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
Oh, wasn't that the trailer I sent it to you that had the developers talking about it?
That wasn't. That trailer was talking about. That was that one had the same information. We just disseminated.
The trailer had the announcer like an 80s cartoon kind of shit.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
You gotta see that.
Yeah, that's not what I saw.
Yeah, okay. That's not what I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dope.
So now my interest has quadrupled. Yes.
Yeah.
You had my attention. Now you have my curiosity. Other way around. Other way around.
The DLC is being made by Blood Dragon's creators and shit like that. So I think it's gonna be it's out of this world kind of.
That's gonna be so. Please.
The game looks amazing as it is. So I'm really hoping for a good game.
And the way they're touting the support, if they give as much support for this as Halo did for its Forge mode, which I don't even know if they ever stopped.
No,
to be honest with you.
Halo.
No, I just mean for Forge mode. So if they give it that type of push, I'm gonna be invested in it for real.
Yeah.
So new parts, new tile sets, new assets, all.
Right, that's the kind of thing they were saying. Like every now and again, they got to drop new packs, and then the packs will have like they showed like school buses and all types of just game assets put in there. It's like, wow.
I just like that there's no limit. You can build whatever on top of whatever. That school bus could be sticking out the wall if you want it to be.
Right.
Like, God, that's so. All right. More world builder. No. I'm just saying more world building games that are like set in either action games or first person games need to do that. Just let you just be dumb. Why is there like a bookshelf sticking at the top of my house? I don't understand. Well, they give me the pieces. I just
exactly. They don't need no explanation. I have a 6-foot ramp coming out of the front door of my place just because I want it there.
And there's a food stand on the end of it. What did they put that in there? I don't know. That New York City pack, the hot dog stand. Okay. You know what I mean?
I have a school bus on skateboard wheels. Like, let's do it.
What, four different skateboards?
Exactly. Where the wheels should be. And it makes the skateboard sound when it drives by.
And because it's an Ubi game, your fucking character is the dude from I'm blanking on the name of that game. Just Cause. Your character should just be the dude from Just Cause surfing on the bus.
Rico.
bring Rico. Fucking Rico for Smash. I said it. Fuck
There it is. I agree with his grappling hook and his bombs and everything. I want it. The parachute should be an attack.
Do it. He just for his final smash, he just fucking grapples you to nothing. He just fucking grapples you to the end of the stage and you fall off. That's it.
Right? It should be. I would love it if it would be his up would be a suicide dive. Just him jumps up and grapples down off the map.
All right. So that's about it for we got for news or anything, right? Nothing else coming out.
Spider-Man got the release date for June 30th.
Finally, fucking thank you.
The game got a release date?
Yeah, it's June 30th.
Oh boy, this year it's too much.
When is E3?
June something.
It's
middle,
second
week of June.
Okay, so all right, a nice end of E3 surprise maybe.
June 12th to the 14th, for the second week.
Okay.
The second week. It's always the second week.
Very dope.
Yeah, I just hope for more games coming that actually have release dates.
I just hope that Spider-Man game is good. I'm interested as fuck.
I'm very happy about it because I like the creators. I love Insomniac.
Yeah, Insomniac.
All their games, so I'm excited for it. I even love Sunset Overdrive. I thought that game was fun as hell.
Sunset Overdrive is dope.
Gotcha.
So I'm hoping for a really good Spider-Man game.
Their pedigree is which games before?
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. Oh, well. Speaking of that, that's one of the free games on PSN.
Yeah, and Bloodborne.
Fucking, I know so many people who were just saying I was waiting until Bloodborne came out. I'm like, fuck, that's just gonna shut the server down.
Yeah, I deleted it. I downloaded it.
Mad people. Like I bought the game, but like I'm almost afraid to play it now. I'm just get invaded right in the default ass area.
Wait, what game? Which one? Bloodborne?
Bloodborne, yeah.
Oh god, right.
Oh my god, I know there's gonna be a huge influx of players because it's a PS Plus game, meaning it's gotta have Plus, right? So that means all these people are gonna be online.
Yep.
and also there's another thing that just happened. I want to say 2 weeks or last week they finally shut down the Demon Soul server. After all this time, so there's a lot of people who want some Souls related stuff, and they don't like Dark Souls 2 and 3.
Okay.
So I could imagine a lot of people are gonna jump on Bloodborne. Oof, it's gonna be rough.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So I guess we could wrap it up for this week.
Yes, sir.
We good? All right. Okay. So, thank you for listening to the Ick is Better I Swear podcast. I've been your host, Louis Beans.
Yeah, man.
Commander Farrell.
I try.
Mike. Catch us on YouTube. RedCycloneInc is the name of the channel. Also, you can catch the Wrestling Babble on Merc with the Mike's YouTube channel. That's Merc with the Mike.
And if you don't, you can catch these hands.
Please.
Yes, you can.
So that means you want to listen.
Hey. You fight your kids.
Exactly.
That's some big ass hands. I'm just saying.
Go.
Also, we got the RedCycloneInc Facebook group, and that's RedCycloneInc. Just search for that on Facebook. Come up, right? Also, the Wrestling Babble has a page. So, what's the information for that? Is just Wrestling Babble on Facebook?
Wrestling Babble.
Cool. Lots of interactive polls. We have a pay-per-view coming up tomorrow.
So everyone be live on that.
Yes, we did a podcast earlier. So again, lots of shit going down, lots of stuff active, very active. You said, right? Like people are participating, and
it's crazy.
So head on over there. Give them a shout out. Give us a shout out if you came from this podcast. And just follow us on various social media sites. We have Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, all RedCycloneInc. We also have a WordPress where I put these up.
SoundCloud,
random things. SoundCloud is the main one for
the podcast.
I Swear and Wrestling Babbles. They're both on the SoundCloud. So check those all out. There's a lot of stuff rambling on, but like literally, we got places for you to go if you want to listen to our stuff.
Right, wherever you like your social media information to come from, we're there. You can get it.
We'll find you.
You can get these hands.
You get these hands, and we'll fight your kids.
All right, y'all. So take it easy. And peace.
And always
Wakanda
remember,
Oh,
follow Jenkins.
Yep, Wakanda forever.
sandwiches.
With sandwiches. Oh, we forgot to tell him about the showster.
The showster, yeah, your character.
Wait, the showster's back?
No, you're the showster.
I'm the showster.
You're the showster.
We want a picture of you as a
just-
showster eating
I
a
just
sandwich.
want to have fun. Leave me alone. Just-
With the blonde
I
mustache,
just
the
wanna have
bandana, the yellow tank top, and a big ass sandwich.
I'm a real American. Fight for what's
All right.
right.
Yes.
We don't want Vince to come looking for us. All right.
Oh, man, that was funny.
All right, y'all. Peace.